Peter was diabetic for 7 years, but thanks to the new findings about reversing this condition, Peter now is free of diabetes type 2. And Peter is with us. Thank you so much, Peter, for speaking to us.
Pleasure.
And thank you for receiving us in your house.
It's a pleasure.
First of all, I will go back a bit in time and I will ask you, how did you feel when you were first diagnosed?
Wasn't too disturbed. I didn't feel ill. I didn't feel any different. It was just a set of numbers. We came back from living overseas, came back to the UK, and on my return, I just went to my GP, my GP from many years ago, and asked if I could have a checkup. That checkup revealed that I was suffering from high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and also from the symptoms of the indicators of being type 2 diabetic.
And before you were diagnosed, how was your lifestyle?
Well, my lifestyle for many years, maybe 25 years, was spent traveling the world professionally. So I was in hotels a lot of the time, flying in aeroplanes a lot of the time, in business meetings pretty much every day. Impossible to do any exercise. It's impossible to have a healthy diet. Lunchtimes were typically fast food or convenience foods. So nothing very little fresh prepared. Most of it was in hotel restaurants.
So how did you find out about reversing diabetes?
Well, I went to my GP and he said, "What exercise do you do?" I said, "I don't." He said, "How do you control your diet?" I said, "I don't." He said, "Well, do you eat a lot of fatty food?" I said, "Yep." He says, "Right, okay." He says, "You're on a collision course with something worse. So get out, do some exercise, fix your diet, and get away from the fatty foods and the cakes and the sugars." And I said, "Okay, let's go for this." And he said, "Okay." He says, "Come back and see me in 6 months."
So it took you then 6 months.
I went back and saw him after 6 months.
Okay.
Again, just for the routine diabetic check. And he said, looking at the numbers, you're no longer in the danger zone. And about 3 weeks later, I went back to see him again. He says, "No, it's correct." He said, "It's fixed." He says, "You're no longer classified by me as being diabetic."
Excellent. And how did you feel?
Relieved, I guess. Good to know that the problem had been fixed, and the hard work that I'd done had also paid off, because it was 6 months hard work.
Was that difficult for you?
Not for me personally, no. I started going to the gym, and I went to the gym and have been doing now for a year, every day. I go every morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, without fail. I was there this morning. I swam 100 lengths in the pool before I went to the office. For food, for diet, big change in the diet. We went very much more fresh. We went much more vegetables, much more fruit, much less carbohydrate, small amounts of protein. Drop the sugar, drop the cakes, drop the cookies, drop the bread, and fixed.
How did your wife feel about that?
She was relieved, I guess, but she was also very supportive. She helped me to achieve the goals and to stay on the straight and narrow, to follow the exercise regimes. It's really difficult to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, every morning, and to work for 12 hours. It's really hard. You
said that you lost many kilos, didn't you?
I lost 15 kilos.
15 kilos is a lot.
I'm happy with the numbers. I was 80 kilos and I'm now down to 65 and so.
And what would you recommend to people that has already developed the condition, but they haven't done anything about it?
If you are not prepared to put the work in to get the result, you won't get the result. So people have to be determined. They have to go. And you can't be half in, you can't half do it, you can't half fix it. You either fix it or you don't fix it.
What would you say to that people that they just find it difficult?
From me either. I work 12 hours a day, but I still manage to find time to go to the gym. I still manage to find time to eat healthily. So I don't take that as an excuse.
Okay.
You have to make the time.
Great. Thank you so much, Peter, for being with us, and thank you so much for speaking with us.
My pleasure.
Thank you.